Dispatchers help callers on the worst days of their lives. For over 25 years, we've been there. A silent partner in millions of calls thanks to our redundant and diverse networks that ensure call delivery. Today, cities are bigger, traffic more congested, and the challenge is more complex. But you're never alone, because InDigital is quietly improving, implementing, and driving the next generation of 911, so you're supported in every situation. Make the switch at InDigital.net.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yo, what is going on? And welcome back to Open Mic Live. It is October 19th, 2025. And this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader in next-gen core services. Big shout out, as always, to subscribers of the podcast and just all of you who are here watching, listening, supporting, sharing, all of it. I appreciate you more than you know. I wouldn't be able to do everything that I do if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you. And as we always do for Open Mic, how are you doing? How are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, how are you doing? I'm coming in at an 8, I would say. I'm coming in at an 8. It's been a busy past few days, but it has been a fun one as well. Last night, I will just right off the bat go ahead and jump in and mention last night I had an excellent evening with my youngest daughter, Olivia. She's 9 years old, and right downtown Fort Wayne is the Embassy. It's a very old and amazing looking theater, and we went to go watch the Phantom of the Opera. Now, this wasn't the updated version or anything like that. This was the 1925 silent film, and Cletus Goins, organist, played during the entire movie, and it was phenomenal. It was general admission, so we got there, we got our concessions and everything. There were some people that were dressed up, and which was really cool. The both of us kept saying, man, we should have dressed up, that would have been awesome. But either way, it was an excellent time, and we get our popcorn, candy, drinks, and such. And we go in, and they go, yeah, it's general admission. You can sit wherever. So we go and sit pretty close up front, off to the side a little bit. And then we see people going up onto the balcony. And I thought, oh, it'd be cool to go up there. And I look over at Olivia and I said, do you want to go up there? do you want to go and check it out? And she goes, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I look at my watch and she goes, well, I mean, we've got 30 minutes. I say, yeah, we do have 30 minutes. And I said, well, check this out. No one in our family has ever had the chance to go up to the balcony. That would be a first for you and I. And she goes, let's do it. And I said, okay. I said, let's go. So we got our stuff really quick. and we walk out. We make our way to the top, and there's an usher up there. And I asked her how we get up to the top. And she goes, well, you can go up this way, or you can just simply go around this way. And she goes, it might be, and I think she was going to say it might be easier or closer, something to that effect. And I said, well, we'll just take this side. And she goes, oh, okay, no problem. Well, here's the thing. We end up going up and up and up. And at one point I said to Olivia, I said, man, when does this end? Like it seems like we're going pretty high. We finally get up there. And I wish I would have taken video because it was breathtaking and scary. Because I didn't realize we were at the tippy top. So we come out, and when we come out, you're looking all the way down. And as soon as it was like a reveal shot, and as soon as we got through, I went, I gasped. Olivia kind of gasped too, and she goes, it looks amazing, but also I'm kind of scared. And I said, you know what? So am I. So I grabbed her by the hand, and she's holding on to her stuff. I'm holding on to the rest of the stuff, and we are like one step at a time going down until we got to like the front of the balcony. And we took a selfie, of course, and we're chilling and we're waiting. And Cletus Goins comes out, and he has the Phantom mask on, which was really cool. And he comes out, he plays something really quick, and we're all clapping when he's done with that first song that he plays, and he grabs the microphone and he just goes, good evening. Welcome to Fort Wayne's Embassy. And just like, it's just going. And it was really, really cool. It was one of the coolest things. And my daughter Olivia loved it. And it was awesome. But again, this is 1925, black and white, silent film. And Cletus is down there. He's just playing that organ, watching the screen, and just playing and playing and playing. They had an intermission, and then we go into the second half, and it was superb. I highly recommend it if you ever get the chance to do it. Make sure to do it. Check it out. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And Olivia, I love you, baby girl. I had a lot of fun with you. So that was something that we did yesterday. And yes, I'm just jumping in and and sharing it because it was such a good time. With that said, again, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome. Throw that in the comments. I mentioned this as well because I posted a video just asking people, and I need to go in there and respond to a lot of folks as well. But it looked like almost everyone was at a 5 and lower. Some people -16, some people at 2, 1, 3. It's just a lot of lows. And I just want to say that my heart goes out to you. If you need anything, I don't know, even if you just want to send a message on TikTok or whatever to just be like, F, or to vent or whatever, shoot a message. But I hope that you are all okay, that everything is okay. And even if it isn't okay, that you have a good support system around you. I mean, this is also what open mic is about. We we take an hour out of our time to just kind of be here for each other, share some stories, laugh, and again, just be here in support of each other. So I hope everyone is okay. Moving along here, episode 623 ended up going out. Actually, 624 went out, and episode 625 is coming up. Episode 625, or 624 rather, was with a good friend, Victoria, now a professional out of Texas. And 625 coming up will be Philip Daniels, who is out of Louisiana. Excellent episode, both of them. Make sure to check them out. And a reminder that if you have not joined the trenches yet, please do so, because this coming Wednesday is the next public safety showcase, and that is exclusive to the trenches community. Again, the community is free, man. There are over 200 hours of continuing education there, and also 44 rounds of the Dispatchers Roundtable. You can check out all of that stuff there. Again, it's all for free. A bunch of people in there, and I try to get in there and post as much as possible. I also do Monday morning coffee chats. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time, I will be in the community just for about 30 minutes, just seeing how people are doing, getting ready for the week, what's on the agenda, good stuff like that. And then Wednesdays at the same time in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time, is the midweek check-in. Now, this Wednesday is going to be a little different because I'll probably do it on Friday instead. And that's only because this Wednesday is, again, as I mentioned, the Public Safety Showcase. So make sure to check that out. Make sure to join it. And I do want to share a few things here as we are talking about the Public Safety Showcase. Let me pull it up here for you. And or maybe I don't have it. So let me pull it out off of Facebook because I did share it over here. My Dropbox has not updated on everything. Amy, what is going on, Amy? Hello, hello. Good evening. It has not updated it yet. So I'm just going to download these here really quick. So for the Public Safety Showcase, and actually, let me get all three of these so that I can just have them there. See, I thought it was going to be easy and I was going to be able to pull it up through my Dropbox. But when that stuff doesn't update the way it's supposed to, you got to do everything on the fly, man. But that's how we do it. It is all good. We do what we do and we continue on because that's just how we do it, damn it. All right, so here we go. Kicking off the Public Safety Showcase for October. And again, this is going to be October 22nd. That is this coming Wednesday. And we're starting out at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, this Wednesday, October 22nd. And good friend Joe Serio, founder of 360 Dispatcher, is going to be kicking it off. And his session is Culture Counts, 3 critical elements of a great workplace. Culture impacts every aspect of comm center life. Unfortunately, by and large, centers don't know how to think about culture or how to begin changing it. This session addresses the 3 critical elements that must be present in order to create a great comm center culture. So, make sure that you join the trenches so that you can check this out. And if you can't see it live, you can always join and watch the replay because they're all going to be on there. So make sure to check that out. It is going to be excellent. You do not want to miss it. Joe Rest of the speakers, all of them, excellent stuff. So make sure to check them out. And actually, in a few weeks, we've got the November Ranch that's going to be coming up as well. That is the 911 leadership training event that he puts on out there at the Mayan Ranch in Bandera, Texas. An excellent time, a week filled with, let's just say, everything that ends up adding up to a life altering experience. Something you don't want to miss. And for more information on that specifically, you can go to joeserio.com, and up at the top where it says training, when the drop down comes up, just look for, I think it says ranch training, um, something to that effect. It says ranch training. So you'll have to check it out there. But either way, it shows all the stuff that is available. It shows the ones that are sold out as well. And again, they sell out about a year in advance. So get on it. But again, Joe is going to be kicking off this month's public safety showcase. And Chris, my homeboy, what's going on? He says, can I come again? Well, I mean, if you're able to get in, dude, like I said, it ends up selling out a year in advance. So all good things coming up. Make sure to check that one out. And then coming up right after Joe is, let me pull it up here. Excuse me. Good friend Juliet Brown. Juliet is going to be next up, and she's going to be starting at 10:15. Oh, that's funny. It says 10:15 p.m. Man, I try to change these and I always miss one. There's always one that I miss. So I need to change that because she's not going to be teaching at 10:15 p.m. all the way to 11:15 a.m. No, it is that is 10:15 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. That is hilarious. I need to make sure to change that tomorrow. But Juliet, Juliet is going to be going live at 10:15 a.m. for that hour. And she's going to be doing a session called Leadership Scaries. And it says, stepping into a leadership role, formal or informal, can feel daunting. Many of us take on these responsibilities without formal training, uncertain of what to expect or how to succeed. In this session, I'll share key leadership lessons and common pitfalls I've encountered along the way so you can lead with greater confidence and clarity. So, excellent session. Make sure to check that out again at 10:15 a.m., not p.m. And I'll make sure to get that switched up there. Next up, after that, Carla is back for more. And I had her on the first one. And excellent stuff. And I thought, dude, I got to have you back. So I have her information right here. Carla, out of Chagrin Valley 911 Dispatch out of Ohio. And that one is right, 11:30 a.m. She'll be going live. We've got my 3 speakers for this one. And she's doing a session called the Training Toolkit. And it says, beyond the offer letter, what can impact or what can impact? See, I messed that one up too. Oh man. See, this is what happens when you're trying to do these things so fast and get them out. You mix up the wording. So, what can impactful instruction do for retention? Learn new strategies for caring for the next generation during training. Get inspiration to jumpstart your veterans and trainers and work life beyond the CTO course. Another one that is going to be excellent. So make sure to check that out. Again, you need to be a member of the Trenches community, and that, again, is free. It's free to join. All of that stuff is on there and more. So much that you can find and experience, but especially all of the free continuing education. That's one of the things that when I was doing all of this that I wanted to be able to do and to somehow, and of course virtually, be able to give back with training, continuing education. Again, that is all exclusively through the Trenches community. That's a public safety showcase. I do it every other month, and I've already got speakers lined up for December's as well. So there's a bunch that's going to be coming up. If you're not a member yet, I did put the link in the comments, but again, an easy way or even easier way to do this, there's a link on the screen. And you can simply go to links, and that's links with 2i's.co/IM911. Scroll down just a little bit when you go there, and you will see a button that says join the Trenches community. Again, it is free. There's no risk other than not giving yourself the opportunity to learn some cool shit. So it's on you. But I promise you, you will enjoy it. It will be excellent. Now, one of the next things I want to mention, actually, let me mention this first before we go on, as we're talking about October 22nd. So I had the chance, and I've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, and I haven't seen the advertisements on social media yet, but I'm telling you now, and have been telling you for the past few weeks, that the Safety Gap podcast, and that's through Rapid SOS, I had the opportunity, the honor that is, to sit in as a guest co-host with my good friend Karen Marquez, who is the chief branding officer of public safety for the company. And we interviewed Jim Schmidt, who is the father of Gabby Petito, and he's also the secretary of the Gabby Petito Foundation. It is an excellent episode, one that you don't want to miss. And I'm mentioning it here because they are putting that episode out on October 22nd. And they are, I think they have some clips maybe that they'll be putting out as well. And I will be putting that episode out on October 29th. So that episode will be kind of a guest episode of Within the Trenches podcast that I will be putting out there. I have clips of my own and everything that I'll be putting out there for it, and a bunch of other stuff. So you can check out the Safety Gap, and you can follow and subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And if you want to learn more about the foundation, you can simply go to the Gabby Petito Foundation.org, and you can find out more information there. If you are not aware of the Gabby Petito case, Google search documentaries. Netflix has a very powerful one there. And when we speak to Jim, there are some heavy parts. I will say there's some heavy stuff in there. We do try to make it a little more lighthearted as well, because of what we're talking about. It is kind of heavy, so just kind of warning you there. But it is an excellent one. He shares Gabby's story, but also the legacy that is left, and the good work that is coming out of their foundation. So please make sure to check it out. Once again, that is the Safety Gap podcast through Rapid SOS. And then for myself, I will be doing a guest episode on Within the Trenches podcast, and that will go out October 29th. So again, make sure to check those out, and I appreciate you. So last week, I put out a video, and the video was talking about the Q word, and it was just a scenario. And the scenario was you end up getting or you end up relieving a coworker, and when that coworker or coworkers leave for the shift before they split, they end up saying to you, "I hope you have a Q shift." And I put in there, "What's your response?" Because it's always one of two things, right? one thing one thing is, all right, like, let's do it. You're ready for it. You don't care that someone said that. You're just ready for it to be busy and you're going to rock it. Or you're on the other side of that where you're saying, oh, you MF, or oh, screw you. How dare you? Why would you say that? So here's the thing. I played that video, and in the video, I do say the Q word. And my buddy James out of New Jersey had posted something, and I hadn't read it yet. I was going through what I was saying, and I was laughing and blah blah blah. Excuse me. And then I go, I'm gonna go back into the comments because I saw that some popped up, but I want to read what they say. Excuse me. And what happened was James ends up saying that he has to go in to work for overtime at midnight. And my good friend Keely, who's also out of the area, ended up saying, oh, you've got some like wet and bad weather up there or coming up there or something to that effect. And but after I read it, I was just, oh no. And I was like, no, that'll be all right. Because not everyone believes in that, right? Not everyone believes in the wrath of the Q word or the full moon or things like that. But I do. I do. I believe in that shit. So a day later, I think it was about a day later, I end up getting tagged in a post from James, and I'm going to share that here. I end up getting tagged. Check this shit out. So there it is. I got tagged into this and I took a screenshot right away because I thought I have got to share this on the next open mic because this actually happened. First responders rescued several people, including a juvenile and a dog, from a flooded motel in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, near Atlantic City on Monday. AccuWeather's Bill Waddle spoke with the police chief after the rescue, urging people to heed warnings. I took this screenshot and I sent this to my friend Keely and I said, dude, look what James sent me. Look what, excuse me, look what he tagged me in. And I'm pretty sure her response was, that's all you. Like that was all your fault. Because I had said the Q word and all the stuff that I was saying, and he was going in for that midnight shift. And that was my response. Oh, snap. So the Q word strikes again. I'm sorry, James. Oh, man. That was kind of funny, though. It's kind of funny. And they did rescue those people. So this is also why I'm sharing this too. And chuckling. Because what? Yeah. I was hoping that nothing was going to happen after I said that and found that out. But there it is right there on the screen. Oh. So yeah, I apologize, man. I'm sorry about that. Woo. It happens. It happens, right? It happens. So I posted a couple of videos and I want to go over this with you guys because I want to see what your thoughts are. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to play the video for you and then we'll discuss it. Oh, wait, actually, let me change my audio settings here really quick. There we go. All right. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hear it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hear it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hear it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hear it. All right, here we go. So I'm curious, what are the things that you just can't live without when you're sitting at the console? What's that must-have item or items that you need to have while you're working in dispatch? For me, it was snacks. I mean, of course, I had a bunch of different drinks, right? Energy drinks, coffee, water, sodas, you name it, I had it. But there was always the must-have, and for me, again, it was snacks. I would say it was crackers, Wheat Thins or Ritz crackers. And, now that I think about it, I think it was because it was comfort food, and when you're in dispatch, you need a little comfort. And maybe I felt like a little kid, comfortable, safe, protected with some of those snacks from when I was a kid. I don't know, kind of odd, but very much possible. So what about you? What are your must-have items while at the console? All right, so there you have it. And you heard mine. You heard mine. Mine were snacks. And as I was talking, as I was doing this, recording this video, I had that realization that maybe the reason I needed those snacks there was because it was comforting. Because dispatch isn't always fun, and sometimes you need a little cuddle, if even if that cuddle is, and what I mean by cuddle, I mean like comfort, right? You need that. It's almost like a hug, from an old friend. Wheat Thins. Wheat Thins, that was mine and has always kind of been my go-to for snacks and such. But for all of you that are watching here, because there are several of you that are watching, in the comments, this is what I'm looking for. What are your must-haves? What is a must-have for you in dispatch? Now I want to find. I'm gonna see if I can get into my Facebook here really quick to see if I can actually see what were, some of the things that people wrote. Julie, what up, girl? What's going on, yo? Coke. Whoa, what? Oh, the drink. Oh, okay. I was like, you got to stay awake, huh? I am so joking. I am joking. Just a joke. You're probably watching this like, dude, what? I gotta put this on the screen. Uh, and 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 then the next one. You're killing me, Smalls. Yes. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it. That's great. Yes. So, Julie needs Coke, popcorn on the weekend. Might as well enjoy the show. Yeah, dude. Okay. I say Wheat Thins, but I didn't put that on there. Popcorn. I love popcorn, dude. Love popcorn. And that is probably more my go-to than Wheat Thins, honestly. I could eat popcorn all day in dispatch. I had a friend once who that I worked with. I won't say any names, but I had a friend that I worked with at one time in dispatch that we would have the microwave popcorn and they would eat, like, they liked the butter because of the saltiness and stuff. I mean, they didn't eat all of it, but they would, eat some of it. And I thought, how can you do that? And the person goes, try it. And I did. And it was all right. It was. Oh, hold on. I just hit the button again over here. Uh, it's because I wanna see if the comments end up showing up. Okay, here we go. Because I wanna read some of the ones that are on here as well. Let's see. Julie says, I mean, if you can figure out a way to hook Coca-Cola into an IV drip, that would be amazing. But sitting here with popcorn as we speak. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here's a question though. Here's a question. What kind? Like, are we talking butter popcorn? Because honestly, that was one of the things that I hated in Dispatch because they always had like the extra butter lovers popcorn. And I'm not a huge butter on popcorn fan. Like if it's light, I can do that, but not just like regular, dude. The one that I started buying a lot, and it was so damn good, and it's not as good as it used to be, but it was microwave popcorn. I think it was Pop Secret, and it was home style. Home style. So it was like lightly salted, right? That was so damn good. But then after a while, there were some times where I would just pop popcorn in a pan on my own, put it in a big old Ziploc, and I would bring it to work with me, and I would just I would just be destroying it, man. But yeah, I would just straight up make my own popcorn and bring it to work. It was so much better, but so again, for anybody, if you're a popcorn person as well in Dispatch, what kind of popcorn? Butter? Extra butter? Butter lovers? Home style? I think there's like a salt and pepper one, jalapeno, cheddar. Do you guys remember the different colored Pop Secret? Do you guys remember that shit? Sorry, we're going down memory lane here a little bit. Let's see. I think it was Pop Secret. Hold on a minute here. Oh, is that it? Pop quiz? Pop quiz popcorn. It was different colors. Yeah, I think that's what it was. For sure. I think it was oh man, I can't bring the photo up or anything, but I'm pretty sure it was Pop Secret. It was called Pop Quiz. It was QWIZ, and it had like a green color, red color, blue color. I don't remember what it tasted like, but I I um, I remember that popcorn. I don't know if you guys remembered it. I think it was maybe late '80s, early '90s, maybe even mid '90s. I don't remember for sure now, but Pop Secret had a different colored popcorn, and it was all right. I mean, it was probably good back then, but thinking about it now, it's like, the hell was I eating? Like what number dye the dyed colors was I eating there? Because like, what does the color red taste like? I don't know. Um, let's see. Julie says movie theater all the way. I what I got to buy a bucket every week and then bring it through the week. The occasional kettle corn too. Hell yes, that's what I'm talking about. Some kettle corn. Um, Jay's. I don't know if where everybody is, wherever you're located. I don't know if you get this or not, but there's like a Jay's hot stuff chips. My most favorite chips of all time, Jay's hot stuff. But they also have a Jay's hot stuff popcorn. And I would take that into Dispatch sometimes, and I would be destroying it. It was spicy. It was so good. It was the best. Chris says, I used to work with someone who would stop at the movie theater before work and bring in movie theater popcorn. Listen, I I am not opposed. I will every so often, if I'm where our local movie theater is, I will sometimes just stop in there, walk up, and they're like, "What movie you watching?" I'm like, "I'm not watching any movie. I'm just here to buy popcorn because I love it." I will sometimes buy 3 large popcorns. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the money. But also, I'm an AMC premium whatever, so I get a discount on it. So, I'll just buy a bunch of popcorn, and I'll just bring it home. We'll watch something at home. Or we'll just sit there talking and just destroying some popcorn, man, because I love popcorn. There you go. Let's see. Looking over here on in the comments, other people what they said. So James, good buddy, he says my coffee mug. That's one of the things that he can't be without. It's a must have at the console. Another person over here says my coffee and something sweet after my dinner. Another person says coffee or tea, hot or cold. Let's see, water, book or Kindle, mix of sweet and salty snacks, and stones. My sister paints stones, and I have one that acts sort of like a worry stone / fidget toy. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. Very cool. Let's see, another person, essential oil and a roller ball, lavender. I like that. See, another person says they have pics of their wives and kids. That's cool. I worked with a few people that had pictures of their family. That was awesome. And they said also yes to munchies, sodas. Another person says lip balm and hand lotion. Nice. Iced tea and their Kindle. And another person just straight up says Diet Coke. Now, I'm guessing, though, that the Diet Coke needs to be, okay, that it needs to be from the fountain. Needs to be a fountain Coke, or a fountain Diet Coke, rather. Because when I was in dispatch and people would get food somewhere, even if it wasn't from McDonald's that we were getting food, the request would be a Diet Coke, like a fountain Diet Coke from McDonald's. I don't know what they put in it, but apparently it is the best shit in the world. I don't know. I've never tried it. I'm not a big Diet Coke fan. And if I have any Coke, my preference is a bottled Mexico Coke. Still has that original recipe, minus the Coke. Julie. Julie's probably like, what the fuck, Ricardo? Oh, man, I love you guys. This is so much fun. Woo! I gotta put it on the screen because that's funny. Julie also says, fountain is the, in all caps, only way. And anyone who says they don't like McDonald's is lying. It's literally the best. What? Chris says, what the? Chris. Chris says, what the hell is a Mexico Coke? Bro. The bottled Cokes. You see that? Right there? Refresco. It's a Mexico Coke. Dude, you can get them at the gas station. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get a regular Coke, 20-ounce plastic bottle, and get yourself a Mexico Coke in the glass bottle. And I want you to do a taste test. And I want you to tell me which one tastes better. I shit you not. Which one tastes better? Yes, exactly. He says, now I have to try it. Yes, you do. And I will tell you this, it is a hell of a lot better than a Moxie. No, seriously though, you need to do a taste test. If you have no idea what a Mexico Coke is, a Coke from Mexico, you've got to try it. For real. Record it and send it to me cuz I want to see what you think. Cuz they definitely taste different, dude. I swear to you. Julie also says McDonald's Coke. Sorry, should have clarified that, but not gonna lie, don't like the Mexico Coke. Oh, snaps. Well, I don't, maybe you just like the bullshit chemicals that are in the regular Coke. No, I'm just playing. To each their own. It is all good because I'll tell you what, I'll take down a regular Coke all day. It's just this one tastes different. Honestly, to me, it's gonna sound weird. This is gonna sound weird, but it tastes clean. It tastes more clean. I don't know how else to explain it. It doesn't taste like it's loaded with shit, I guess is what it is. But also here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I think maybe this is the difference too with a lot of people. When I don't have a bunch of sugar, I can't drink this or any other soda because it's too much. So, Julie, I can agree with you there too. Like if I am on a soda kick, oh wait, you're not wrong. It does, just not as much fizz to it. Don't give you that good yeah. I I love some good carbonation. But like if I'm on a soda kick, I'm it's I'm just taking it, right? But if I'm on a break from sodas and just like a lot of sugar intake, I can't do this. Nope. I will feel like garbage. And that's honest to God truth, man. Like I won't be able to do it. Like you can taste it when you have not had like a lot of sugar or pastas or even like dairy or anything like that. Anytime you're taking a break from stuff, and me, dude, I'm lactose intolerant and everything, and I love cheese, and yeah, but I will take a break sometimes, and when I have that first sip of a Mexico Coke or another, whatever soda, I'm just like, oh, it's too much sweet, it's too much sugar. So I'm with you right there, man. Yeah, no, I agree. But right now, I'm having one, and it's okay. I'm coming up to taking another break though, because oof. Sometimes you can just feel it, right? Sometimes you can just feel that you need to lay off of the bullshit. Like your body starts telling you, hey, how about we not be stupid? And I'm saying this me specifically. I'm not saying this about anybody else. I'm saying it about me specifically because I will sometimes like just eating greasy food, man, a bunch of fast food or whatever, and my body's just like, bro, no. Like we need to back off for a little bit. Or when the acid reflux is like, hi, it's good to see you again. I'm like, no. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to take a break. Sometimes you just got to take a break. But to each their own, either way. So the next one that I want to share here, and let me see if I can find it. This one right here. All right, let me play this really quick. All right, here it is.
So I want you to finish this sentence. You know you're a dispatcher when. Well, I want to see what you have in the comments. But for me, and I've been out of dispatch for a while, but just here, where I work at my desk. I have multiple drinks, ginger ale, kombucha, multiple bottles of water, maybe an energy drink, coffee. It's the same way as it was when I was in dispatch. Also, you're a dispatcher when giving directions. How many of you do this? I know I do this. And again, I've been out of dispatch for a while. I'm talking to somebody and I'll say, yeah, it's if you go eastbound on 124th, you'll end up passing 58th Street. Those are the cross streets that are right there. And the person is going to look at me, the cross streets? Eastbound? Like, what? What are you saying? Cross streets. Okay, where the roads intersect. Oh, then why didn't you just say that? That's usually how it goes. And you're a dispatcher when your dispatcher ear is going all the time. How many of you do this in public? Or you're out eating or something and you're sitting there and you hear something going on from tables away. Then you start laughing to yourself and the person that's with you goes, "Why are you laughing?" Sorry, I heard like from a few tables down, somebody is in trouble. So what about you? How do you end that sentence? You're a dispatcher when? Put it in the comments, and I can't wait to see what you say.
Okay. There you have it. So finish that sentence. Put that in the comments because I'm curious. You are a dispatcher when? As you're typing some stuff in there, I am going to read some of the ones that were put in the comments on TikTok. So this one says, you're a dispatcher when your officers know you have a pharmacy and they rely on you to fix their headache. I remember that. I worked with a few people who always had like this big ass pharmacy with them in their bag. And I knew that if I had a headache or whatever was going on, I could go, "Hey, not feeling that well. What do you need? I got you. What do you need?" and officers too, sometimes if they were close, like they would stop by and be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Just came to see so and so because just getting a couple Tylenol or a couple ibuprofen or whatever, or I know someone, this person's got some Pepto-Bismol, so my stomach wasn't feeling that great. Let's see. Another one says, you're a dispatcher when, and it says, I give the cross streets constantly. It never crossed my mind that cross streets wouldn't make sense to others. How many of you have thought of that as well? Because we use it so much. We say it so many times, and it's just natural for us that when you're talking to other people and you say cross streets and they look at you and you go, "What?" Like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what cross streets are. And you're like, "Oh, my bad. I just mean like, where the streets cross each other." Oh. Oh. And it was always that too. Why didn't you just say that? I'm like, I did. I did say that. You didn't understand. But I also apologize because you don't know my lingo. Julie says, you're a dispatcher when you can have an entire conversation on the phone with half a sandwich stuffed in your cheek. And I haven't even finished what you said. And I can relate. Let me start all over. You're a dispatcher when You can have an entire conversation on the phone with half a sandwich stuffed in your cheek, and no one would ever know on the other end of the line. Hashtag talent. Agreed. Yes. Yeah. I- It's one of the funniest things, man, because people don't understand. Like, we don't get. I mean, I think there are some places that actually you can get a meal break, but for a lot of us, and it was for me, at both places that I worked, I ate and took phone calls. And you learn how to do that. Just like you mentioned right there, half a sandwich. You're all in squirrel mode. And trying to get through, and it sucks sometimes, right? There are a few times where I brought in like a steak, and dude, by the time, like, having a chunk right here, and I'm like, it tastes horrible now. And then when you finally get off the call, or depending on the type of call, and everyone's separated or whatever, I would tell them, I'm going to stay in the line with you. I'm going to mute my microphone just for a moment. I'm still listening to you. I'm still here. I'm just muting my microphone so that I can answer someone else over the radio, which was true. But also at that same time, I would take that moment while the microphone was muted to chew my steak or whatever food I had there as fast as possible before anything else happened. Oh man, and then I would come back on, and they would say, everything is still cool. I'm like, all right, yep, I'm still here, I'm still listening, just let me know if anything changes. The officer's almost out there. And then mute the microphone again. It wouldn't sound like that, but that's me eating. This is so stupid. Oh my god. My eyes are not only watering from laughing so much, but my stomach hurts from laughing so hard. I love you guys. I always have so much fun with you guys. This is great. Let's see. Another person says, when you've answered your own phone, 911, what is the address? ... How many of you have done that? I remember doing that on the phone and just going, elegant night. Ooh. Hi. And a family member or whoever was calling is like, dude, are you all right? Have you been working a lot? I'm like, yes, I have. I've been working so much. Oh shit. Oh my god. Um You've recognized how hard it's been. Oh. And you know what I love about this as well? Is that I can just be my funny, crazy self with all of you because we've all gone through this shit. I do it an over exaggerated version of it, right? But sometimes in your head, you're just like, fuck. Oh, let me go to the comments here really quick. Holy crap, man. Hold on. My eye is crying. Missy says, when you can smile through an entire conversation with the angry fire chief for a BS reason and put on the best customer service voice, then hang up and immediately go to RBF in 0.001 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Yep. You can get hit with shit and just be like, okay, all right, no, okay. Mm-hmm. That's why we're here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, you know what? You have a great one as well. Have a good one. Yeah. It was great talking to you as well. Appreciate it. Click. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you're like, holy shit. Christy says, I don't even know. Oh, wait, what? I don't even know what it's like to eat a meal in one setting anymore. For real. Yes, I agree. Yeah, and Julie says too, or a hot meal at that. Yes, because we all know you heat up your meal and things go to hell. It's like, no, I'm not going to let this mofo eat. I remember heating up my food. I don't know how many times in the microwave. By the time I finally got to eat it, I'm surprised that my food didn't stand up from the amount of radiation it took from the microwave, from being hit so many times, and it like bobbing and weaving, being like, no, bitch, I'm going to eat you. You're not going to eat me because now that food is alive. You're right. It's not in one go. Not all the time. It's rare. It can be rare. Oh shit. Another one here says, when you've picked up the admin line, thanks for helping. Can I hold you? I've never done that one before, but that's pretty funny. Another person's here says, you know you're a dispatcher when you tell your friends and family, in all caps, do not call me. Text me. I don't want to talk on the phone on my days off. Yeah, dude, for real. For real. Oh, shit. Another person here says, you know you're a dispatcher when people ask you if you're moving into the office because you have to carry in 3 different bags and 4 separate drinks. Woo. Hell yeah. Oh, that is good. I can't breathe. That is hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Oh, here's one here. This one says, you know you're a dispatcher when you schedule holidays for your days off, not schedule your day off for a holiday. Yeah, dude. That's another one right there. I think with that one, it depends on your seniority, right? I think that's where that fits. Is that it depends on the seniority that you have. If you have more seniority, you can plan it that other way around. But if you don't, it falls into that. When you schedule holidays for your day off and not schedule your day off for a holiday. That's crazy, man. Oh, Christy says, I never go in with less than 3 drinks. You need variety. I agree. 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, all the hours. You need variety. And I agree. I agree. Yes. I can't just drink fucking water all that time. Don't get me wrong. I know I need to be hydrated, but damn, like I need some variety. Even if it's club soda, I need a variety. Let's see. Yes, Missy says. Oh, some of these one of these says when you look at the comments and can relate to everyone. Well, this person here says, you know you're a dispatcher when you listen to the scanner on your days off. I mean, some people do. Some people do. And let's see. When you're oh, here's one right here, and we'll end with this one because we're just over the hour now. You know you're a dispatcher when you're looking at houses for sale in the area you dispatch in and automatically say no and skip to the next one. Yeah, dude. Mhm. Yes, because ignorance is bliss, but also when you know the shit that's happening around the area, you know not to stay there. Whoops. Julie says, you know you're a dispatcher when you go to Walmart and see someone you helped get arrested and want to say, "Hey, buddy." Yes. Oh man. I like that one. That's a good one, dude. I like that. Christy says, I'd rather work holidays than be off. You get paid more and you're likely to have a better than normal variety of calls. You know, I have to agree there too. Yeah. The calls that come in on those sometimes, or even during Super Bowl, dude. Even during the Super Bowl, we always knew some shit was going to go down because of rival teams within the family or, families, whichever, just as an example. And nothing physical, but we just always knew that there was going to be some argument from somewhere. And it happens. And you're like, all right, here we go. Or, and this happened more often, at least in my area that I worked in, this happened more often than not, is that there wouldn't be any calls like during the Super Bowl or anything. Like everybody would be getting into it. And I don't mean getting into it that way. I mean like dialed in, like watching. And we would be the same way. I don't know about all of you, but when I was in dispatch, we would bring in a couple dishes to pass around and we would have basically our own Super Bowl party. And when the games were getting really, really good, we would just be sitting there watching and there would be no phone calls. There'd be no radio traffic. It's like the world stopped watching these gladiators just be awesome at their craft. And I remember one Super Bowl. It was the one that the Giants won because I remember, oh, geez, what is his name? His last name is Manning. I can't remember the first name. But anyway, it was when they won the Super Bowl. And it was like their last crack at it. And we're watching and we're like, oh my God, like this is freaking crazy. And he gets lost in the mix and we're like, no. And then out of nowhere, you see him throw that Hail Mary and boom, they end up taking it. We're like, no way. Holy hell. Such a good game. Such a good game. Well, I have had, excuse me, an amazing night with all of you. That's what I love about Open Mic Live. Again, we take about an hour or so out of our schedules to just forget about the bullshit that's going on in the world. Just be here together, share some funny stories. And even if they're not all funny 911 stories, we're talking about our personal experiences, things that we've gone through, and just sharing some moments together where we're laughing, having a good time, and relating, supporting each other in a sense as well. That's what this is all about. So thank you, all of you, for making Open Mic Live just such an awesome time. I'll be honest, sometimes sometimes I will come on and right before I go live, I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? And I just start talking. And because of all of you and everything that we share and all of this, before we know it, it's already over the hour. I'm like, holy crap. I came in not really sure what we were going to talk about. And because of all of you and us just engaging and going back and forth, it just makes for such a good time. So fun. Julie, hell yes. Thank you as well. The stuff that you guys were saying, man. I love to laugh. I love to have a good time. And some of the stuff you guys have been saying tonight, oh my God, it was hilarious. I will sometimes go downstairs after open mic and I will talk to my older kids and be like, man, you won't believe what we talked about. This was so funny. It's so hilarious. But I love you guys. I mean, this has been so good, so much fun. Again, that's why I love doing open mic every week. And I've been doing it since the pandemic, man. Since 2020. Since 2020. 5 years, almost 6 years now. Missy says, absolutely the best medicine I needed this week. Thank you all. Yes, because laughing is good medicine. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. Whew. With that said, this live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital, a leader next gen core services. Big shout out to subscribers as always. Thank you all very, very much. Once again, if you are not part of the Trenches community, please make sure to check it out. Tons of free continuing education. We are in there. I am posting stuff all the time, building that engagement. Public Safety Showcase coming at you live October 22nd. That is this Wednesday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Easiest way to check that out and to follow on social media, all that good stuff, is to simply go to the link there on the screen, links with 2 eyes.co/IM911, and you'll find everything there. Email, social media, where to hear the latest episodes of Within the Trenches podcast, as well as Imagine Listening. And also the link that's there for the community. And if you ever want to be on the podcast, Within the Trenches podcast, whether you are new to dispatch, seasoned, or retired, I would love to share your story. I've been doing this for over a decade. It is my passion. It is what I love to do, storytelling, and the stories of the most vital piece of public safety, and that is all of you, the 911 professionals of the world. So if you ever want to be on, there's a link on there as well that you can schedule an episode with me, and I would love to share your story. And if you're looking for any podcast dispatch merchandise, there's a link there as well. And then any of the Imagine Listening books, there are links there as well. Again, links with 2 eyes.co/IM911, and you'll find everything there. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, X, as well as Instagram and LinkedIn Live. And then I have clips, whether it be IM911 stories or clips from Within the Trenches podcast and the Imagine Listening podcast, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. You'll find it all over the place. And then for both of those main podcasts, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone. Have an excellent night, and I will see you all in the next one.